People of the internet! Welcome back to another video. It is I, Don Thomas, back in here with another one. As always, folks, the likes, the comments, the subscribes have all been greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for the support on this channel. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into today's topic, folks. I got a video pulled up here. Again, comes from NBC News. Tells about a story of college friends that have been going viral for what they're calling Black Boy Joy. I've been seen on this loosely on social media. I want to dive into this quick segment from NBC News. Shout out to the good folks over at NBC News. Let's get a little bit of the story here with Black Boy Joy amongst a group of comrades out in New York City.
10 college friends from New York City have the internet going crazy with videos like these. From trying Pilates to SoulCycle to puppy yoga. The concept is simple.
It's like Black Boy Joy. We're basically doing things that like people wouldn't expect us to do. It all started off with getting matcha.
23-year-old Kadeem Tiam is the founder of OSB, which stands for One Strong Brotherhood.
Right now, we got a movement.
We're talking hundreds of thousands of supporters online in less than 2 months. In that matcha video, it's been seen by over 15 million people on TikTok alone. But then came the haters.
They were saying like, oh, why are men this happy to try matcha? Oh, men should be in war.
Instead of listening to the negative comments, Kadeem and OSB used them as motivation.
So I was like, oh, y'all don't want to see us try matcha, so we're going to start trying many other things.
Together, they've conquered a wide range of adventures, from trampoline workouts to dance classes, even a spa day. Their infectious energy mixed with a signature sound eventually turned criticism into compliments.
People was beginning to see the genuineness and like joy in us trying different things.
How did you actually start making content?
Well, I started making content, I say like a decade ago.
Wow.
Like on YouTube, I used to post like little funny skits with my older brother. So like I was always into the content scene.
Everything changed when Kadeem transferred to Manhattan's Hunter College in 2023. That's where he met his crew.
It's been like a brotherhood ever since. We're always doing like side quests when we're at school.
The next side quest?
What we doing today?
A West African cooking class in Soho, and I tagged along. On the menu is a dish called Nem, a meat and spice-filled fritter similar to a spring roll from the country of Mali.
What are you expecting today to be like?
Well, one, I'm not a great cook.
After mixing, rolling, and frying, and some more shout-outs, the Nem was complete, and so was the next OSB masterpiece.
Nice.
Why do you feel like the world needs to see more Black Boy Joy?
There's a lot of, negative stereotypes and connotations when it comes to, seeing young black men. We deserve our credit and our place in society to be considered normal, joyful people.
Love to see it. Love to see it, man. I, again, as I mentioned, of course, loosely came across these videos or heard about them while online, but I like this segment from the good folks over at NBC News. I'm all for it, folks. I'm all for it. We just recently spoke on another segment, of course, talking about quite the opposite, the loneliness epidemic between young adults and how social media might be stripping away and shredding the self-esteem of these young adults. We just spoke about people not being able, specifically our younger generation, not being able to form meaningful relationships in real life. Everything is through a phone and through a screen. Holding conversations and safe spaces for people just to be humans, people to just be able to have human-to-human interaction. So I come across a video like this, man, and it gives me hope. It gives me a lot of optimism. I enjoy this. I support this 100%. Now, of course, in all things on the internet, you can always expect some level of backlash or negative, connotations with Black Boy Joy. I'm not going to act as if I'm not aware about the narrative, or some might even feel like the agenda to demasculate men, especially young men, of course, whatever the case is. And I'm not going to say that that isn't necessarily a thing. I do believe that is a thing to some degree. But I think it's all about balance. I think everything is in moderation, in my personal opinion. Do I believe that men still should be solid leaders in their respective fields and crafts and try to be, leaders and protectors and things of that nature? Yeah. But I also feel like men should also have camaraderie. If anything I took away from this video, if anything at the very least, I took away camaraderie, brotherhood, right? Having fun, taking care of themselves. They're doing things that are, one would argue, are positive. Pilates, right? Which is personal development. taking care of the physical. They're treating themselves to, cooking classes, things of that nature. Some might look at that as, oh, that's not manly enough. Men back in my day, they fought wars. And that could be very much so true. And we could have the men that could fight wars and be able to have camaraderie amongst their brothers, doing things that are positive. If this was a group of young men that were out there causing crimes and stick-ups, then you would have something to say about that as well too, right? It's like you can't win. If these were a group of black boys, let's just keep it real. Because in our common scene nowadays, of course, anybody who fits this description is either robbing, stealing, looting, whatever the case is. So now that we was like, all right, cool, let's flip the narrative for once and let's be doing things that are positive. We're not out here on the streets doing X, Y, and Z. We're actually bringing some light and positivity. People have something to say with that as well too. It's like you can't win, right? In my personal opinion, I'm all for Black Boy Joy. I hope these brothers continue to keep striving and being a positive light within their community. Of course, these brothers are from New York City. I support that 110%. Young brothers trying to figure out their way in the world by doing things of positivity, right? People are doing things that people can clap for. And I'm glad they're getting the traction that they are getting. Of course, as I mentioned, you're always going to get some negative feedback somewhere in the world, but I'm all for it. I hope these brothers keep going. I hope this inspires other brothers across the world to be able to do the same thing. Grab a few of your homeboys, man, and just be good men. Be solid individuals. Be leaders. Put positivity back out there in this dark ass world. I feel like, is that so much to ask? I don't see anything wrong with this story, with Black Boy Joy going viral across the internet. Group of college friends found something constructive to do with their time, and it's having a positive impact for the most part on people across the world. So I support that as a black man myself who is out here trying to work on personal development and just being an asset as opposed to a liability out here in our society. I support this. I'll support it every single time moving forward. Those are just my thoughts, folks. Of course, people would say, oh, no, those are not men. Those are not men. How can you be a man? That's not a man. Hyper masculine egos we need balance, folks, is basically what I'm saying. I think men should be able to protect themselves, handle themselves, be leaders, be, poised. We do need that. We do need strong, masculine men. We do need that. I'm not saying we don't, but we also do need camaraderie and brotherhood and fellowship amongst the men as well too. Nonetheless, of course, those are my thoughts. I encourage you to share your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, the likes, the comments, and subscribes have all been greatly appreciated. I will catch you guys on the next one.